Dude, and that's a wrap. Day 2 is literally in the fucking books, okay? Day 2 is in the books. Day 1 of no smoking weed was very hard. Very hard. And I'm not gonna sit here and say it wasn't. It was very fucking hard, bro. Very hard. Very hard. And guess what? We made it. And then we continued to push through to day 2. If you watch the day 1 video, you'll see that near the very end I talked about having hot flashes, rough sleep, like it was hard to fall asleep. Last night, I will say, was easier to fall asleep, but still pretty rough. I don't think I fell asleep until about 3. Day 1 was like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. We'll just say 5 a.m. It was rough. I literally only slept about 5 hours maybe. Definitely not deep sleep either. This night, same thing. No deep sleep. Nothing super crazy. I didn't experience dreams or anything, which is something that I'm looking forward to again. Because I've quit weed once. For just a little backstory, if this is the first video you've seen, I've smoked weed for 14 years. I'm 30 years old. That is almost half of my life. And that is all of my adult life. Or even young adult life. From 17 or 16-ish up to 30. That's ridiculous. And I've smoked since then. And so it's just not something that I want to continue. It's not something that I need to continue in my life. And when I did quit for 30 days, about 3-4 months ago, something like that, earlier this year, probably about 5 or 6 months now. Yeah, being October, probably about 6 months ago. I quit for a month, made it a month. And then on the 31st day, I was like, let me take a hit. I've earned it. And it was fine. But I also got so high that I felt like, maybe weed's not for me. But instead of just maybe taking a hit here and there, I was like, I'm going to smoke the next day. I'm going to smoke the next day. I'm going to smoke the next day. And before you fucking know it, I am right back to being addicted, to taking one hit to a few hits and trying to fight it like, is this right for me? That's clearly a sign. Like if you're getting too high and it makes you feel weird, maybe you shouldn't do it. But then I push through it, I get used to it, and then I'm smoking half a joint, then I'm smoking a joint, then I'm taking bong rips, then I'm smoking the entire fucking day again. Back into the same fucking pattern. And for me, it shows that, I know I have an addictive personality, first and foremost. I know I do. And so that's why when I find things that are positive and they are enjoying, they bring enjoyment, I'm able to get addicted to that shit and replace bad habits. But also, the same thing goes with weed. And here's the thing. I said in the last video, I can guarantee you that I'm going to smoke weed again in my life. I guarantee it. But not for a very long time. Until I feel that I have really earned it. $5, $10, $20 million in the bank or in investments. A truly successful business. Not having to fucking even think about actually working. That's when I've made it. And that's the goal and the dream that I have. When I can truly make money being who I am, getting paid to be me, which is streaming, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, these videos. When my brand is built up enough to where I wake up and I get paid to just be fucking me. And I am worth enough money to where I know that I can't fuck it up. That I know as long as it stays invested and I live modestly, that I'm going to be fine. That is when maybe I can introduce something like weed back into my life, when I have the freedom to enjoy something like that, to enjoy an extracurricular activity, because that's what weed is. You should not be doing it all the time like it's something you need. And I say all this to say that because in the long term, I'm not going to demonize weed because, like I said, I'll probably smoke it again. But now, in the present, I have to demonize weed. Weed is the worst fucking thing for you if you want to grow. If you want to be the best version of yourself and you haven't reached it yet, weed is only going to hold you back because it's only held me back. I promise you that. I would be much further along, even now, if I just would have stuck to not smoking weed when I tried about 6 months ago and went that 30 days. But guess what? I fell back into the same trap. Here I am 6 months later on day 2, starting from scratch. And I will say, because this is completed day 2, that's important to say too. I'm not doing this is day 2, let's go through it together. This is like, when I say day 2, day 2 was yesterday. It's done. I woke up. Today is the start of day 3. Okay? Today is the start of day 3. So we're past day 2. And so the further along that you get in this journey, the easier it becomes. And like yesterday, the first day was hard as fuck. Extremely hard. Yesterday, as I said, still had some shitty sleep. Not the best. But I was still able to fall asleep a little bit sooner. I had better sleep. I still woke up a lot in the night. I still woke up with some sweats, hot as fuck. But ultimately, I wake up, even when I woke up yesterday, like I didn't instantly crave it or want to get high. And I also knew yesterday, like, you just made it through day 1, so you cannot sabotage. And now I'm day 2. So it's like, in the grand scheme of things, when we're like, even looking 6 months back, you're like, man, 6 months, time flew. But when you're trying to look 6 months in the future, you're like, man, that's going to take a long time. So if you can't even go 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, and you're constantly sabotaging yourself, you're going to feel like it's impossible to make it just 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, when it's not. You have to trust yourself, bro. Have faith that it's all going to work out, because it will. It's going to. God has you. You are not dependent on this. You don't need to be. You can be free from needing to add external forces to your mind to affect and alter your mind. This is what you need to do, is go out and touch some motherfucking grass, or touch some fucking snow, or wherever you're at. I don't care if it's freezing cold. I don't care if it's icy as fuck, it's just gloomy. You know how dope it is to be breathing? Goddamn, dude. I'd give a dark, icy, cold night in Chicago than being in the fucking ground. And I don't ever want to go to Chicago, but I'd take that over not being fucking dead. Or over being dead. Fuck New York. I don't want to go experience New York. That place looks like a shithole. Sorry if you live there. There's very few places in New York, and even in Chicago, that are nice. If you're staying in the heart of the city of Chicago, in the nice area, or in Manhattan of New York, cool. That's where the rich people are at. That's where you want to be at. But the rest is dingy and dark and fucked. But I'd still take that dingy, dark, fuck shit with rats and fucking whatever than being dead in the ground. So take a second to look where you're at. And also, if you're unhappy with where you're at, 1, maybe quitting weed is the first step. 2, maybe taking the step to get the fuck out from where you're at is the second step, even if it means being homeless. I'd rather be in Florida living on the fucking under a tree homeless than living in New York with a home, living with those fucking rats and roaches. So there's also that too. You still get to direct and control your life. And if you can honestly say you'd rather live in a dark, dingy ghetto place than even somewhere where there's sunshine and positivity, because sunshine, whether you like it or not, even in that case, if you're constantly surrounded by gloomy and dark and sketchy shit, and you're seeing negative stuff, you're gonna have more of a jaded mindset. Whereas if you see more happy things, the beach, people smiling, trees green, blue skies, there's gonna be something that triggers you, sunshine on your skin, like nature, vast mountainscapes, out west is so beautiful. Like, go see the fucking world. There's more to it than fucking getting high in your room. I'm telling you. So this is day 2 complete. Thank you for coming with me on the journey. If you're just starting your journey, let's fucking do this together. Day 2, getting to day 2, or finishing your last 2 days is going to be so fucking easy if you start today, because when I'm done, you'll be on day 28. That's not a big deal. You're not even going to want to be smoking weed. That's still technically a month, 28 days. You're not even going to be wanting to smoke weed after you make it to 28 days, I promise you. Or even 20 days, or even 14 days, or even after that first week. You just have to put in the work now, and it's going to be fucking hard. The first day is so fucking hard. The second day gets easier. The third day gets easier and easier and easier and easier as it goes. So it's your sign. Let's fucking do this. Let's become the best versions of ourselves, and I'll see you on day 3.